eyes on the prize and let the truth be normalized. This what y'all need to see. This where y'all need to be. This what y'all need to see. This where y'all need to be. Hey yo, I feel like the truth ain't what y'all used to. Class been in session for the new school. Do you question the teacher who been teaching?
St. Louis in the building, come get us straight, cause we over here talking shit about St. Louis.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go,
Bring
St.
them
Louis.
to the mic.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
I'm motherfucking done.
I know, that was real old. Who
She
said
said,
that?
bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. She said she took us all the way
I
back.
took them all the way back.
No, okay, what's going on? So let's bring it to the mic. Let me get your mic up. Can I get a testing, 1, 2, testing?
St. Louis versus everybody.
Let's
Wow,
go.
let's
Now
go.
you talking the wrong shit up in here now.
Talking
St. Louis versus everybody.
I never saw that group on Facebook. Now I have saw Chicago versus everybody, and we be going in that group.
Everybody.
We be like, pull up.
Yes. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Welcome to the studio, my brother.
Yes. Introduce yourself and say your
Oh,
name,
well.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm Lavelle Spitz, also known as Velle Crow. To some of y'all out here, native to St. Louis, Missouri. I've been living in Chicago since 2012. And so this is my second home now. But yeah, I'm representing the crib, representing St. Louis. And just here to tell y'all about some dope things that I got going on right now. It is a lot of things going on right now. Love the topics that y'all are speaking on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy to be here. You know, it's my first time being at F.M.P Radio.
Welcome.
Well, thank you.
So one thing I always tell people when they come here to F.M.P Radio, our motto is keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So here we want people to be completely their true, authentic selves while, you know, speaking their truth or just speaking the truth to the matter of whatever we're speaking about.
Right.
So don't hold back. Be you. Use expressive words. You know, meaning if you have to share a curse word, feel free. But be you.
Hell yeah. Okay, you see I just took the glasses off there.
For sure.
No, I just want to be free.
Wow.
So we definitely are talking about different things that are going on in the world from the past, present, as well as the future. So, you know, you say you are from St. Louis and...
you can find me in
St. Louis. Tell us, is St. Louis facing any of the similar things that we are facing here with the housing and the... I would say the wild, you know, there's ghettos in every city in some shape or form. But tell us about St. Louis and the housing projects out there. That would be the question.
Okay. Well, you know, St. Louis is much more of a black and white city where you can visibly see that. You know, when you go to the city, the demographics, you know, as opposed to Chicago where, you know, you got neighborhoods where, like, you know, one group is the makeup of everywhere.
You got your browns and your blacks and your whites, your Polish.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely more culture here. You know, in St. Louis, it's more black and white. We have, you know, a lot of, like, what you call, like, housing complexes, but we didn't have projects like Ida B. Wells and stuff like that. We had one back in, like, the early... like the late 60s and the 70s, like back in the day. It was called the Pruitt-Igoe. And that housing project was actually an experiment. Little be known.
Everything is an experiment here.
A project. There we go. There
right,
you have
the
it.
project of the project.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, there were black families that lived in there. They, you know, eventually went to, you know, tearing down that project. I would say that similar to Chicago, you definitely have, you know, like, you know, African Americans, black people, like, in a certain section. We're more concentrated in St. Louis on the north side. And we got, like, a small section, which would be like a west side, but it's really all like the north side. But most of the black people in St. Louis is on the north side. You got some on the south side. The south side is, like, mixed, though, you know, like mixed like black and white. So it's where you got a little bit of Hispanic, but
Is it the uppity black people that's more in that area?
No, it's like it's still like the hood though. South St. Louis is still like the hood in certain areas, but it's still mixed because it's like you got white people who are like kind of hood too.
Okay.
Kind of. I ain't trying to like diss nobody, but like they ain't uppity white folks. Let me say
they
that.
smoke Newports.
They smoke Newports.
Okay.
That's the way
and
that
the women
they drink natural lights.
Yeah, and the white women have those. I'll fuck your black boyfriend haircuts.
That's real popular in San
No, that's really
like
that's
interracial
that
dating.
short haircut but long on the side and the front.
Yeah.
No, you got long hair white women, but a lot of them do date black men.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's the thing.
My mother's been a homeowner for a little minute, but she just got a new house though.
She dated a white man?
No, not my mom. No.
Okay.
You talking about that? No.
Oh.
But my mother though, like, is a homeowner
that
too.
went
Yeah, I know. We want to. We were talking about housing though. We were talking about like the housing situation. So my mother, she just bought a home there. And it's gonna be our family home. One day I look to inherit myself.
Okay.
And she got it for Lord willing, she got it for a good price.
That's good.
And all that. But the market is difficult too. The same way it is in a lot of cities. You got more black people having to be pushed out to the county because, let's just be honest, white people want to come back to the city. They want that more. They want them real estates. There's things that were not in St. Louis when I lived there 10 years ago that are there now. And I'm like, damn, when y'all get an IKEA down here? You know what I'm saying? But now, Washington University...
They advancing.
Yeah, they're advancing.
Yeah.
The gentrification that's happening.
100%. And Washington University, which is one of the biggest schools in this nation, is buying up a lot of property in parts of St. Louis. So they're like getting to kind of change, what that narrative is in a lot of these neighborhoods. It's places that used to be real hood. They nice now because.
And you know what? That's what.
It's more of a college,
College, and that's what the University of Chicago is doing out here in Hyde Park area, Hyde Park and Woodlawn area. So I definitely recognize what relate to what you're saying. But with everything that's going on, I know you are a native of St. Louis, so give us some information.
How many Nelly concerts you went to?
That's random as hell. But I was gonna ask about.
I'm sorry.
I met Nelly.
See, that was gonna be my question because I'm
my dad met him too. I got a picture of my dad.
See, that was my next question because being from St. Louis and he's being like the St. Louis megastar.
Yeah.
Let me paint you the picture. When I was growing up, Nelly dropped like in like 97, 98-ish. That was when he was kind of like coming on the scene, getting big in St. Louis.
Yeah, early 2000s.
And when it was I'm going down, baby.
He
did that video, and he did it on like a really popular part of North St. Louis. So the whole city like vibed with that. Nelly had St. Louis on lock. So we not gonna say he the best thing, but he's the biggest.
That's what I mean. That's why I said megastar.
Crossover, big, all of that.
Yeah.
Like Nelly can still sell out in St. Louis, and like we don't like listen to Nelly's music like that.
No, we don't.
But we do respect Nelly as like as big as he is. But I'm not.
He dropped the country album.
I'm not aspiring to be like Nelly, but that's my bro though. You know what I'm saying?
He's awesome.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask about your experience of growing up in St. Louis and how you became the artist that you are today. So tell us a little bit about your background related to just that being in St. Louis.
Sure, for sure. Well, I would credit my love and respect to hip hop to my mother. Growing up, like in our house, it was very Afrocentric. She was playing a wide variety of artists from, Erykah Badu to The Roots. She would have Seal playing. She'd have Emil.
That's funny. We were just talking about
She would have, Dies Effects. She would have Jill Scott. She would have just so many different artists. And a lot of that shaped my ear. And when I got older and listened more to rap, I was like, well, what would I sound like just recorded? I really want to know what I sound like recorded. And so that was that interest there. I always felt like I, could do it. I wanted to play with it. And You know, one of my brothers who, you know, I graduated high school with, Q, Preston Bradley, he had a studio and was always just good at engineering.
Right.
And so we got into doing that and got to recording stuff, and it just laid out for me. Like, I really started by just saying I want to hear myself recorded. I want to see what I sound like.
Yeah.
And everything lined up. I met people that were doing music, that rapped, that had a studio, that were going places related to music. That knew people with beats. And since I've been rapping for over 10 years.
Nice.
And so a part of my journey on the way have I like had all the resources laid out for me to call myself an artist.
Okay. So I know you say you are. Do you write and do you make beats on your own? Are you producing like some of the music that we are about to hear today? Is this something that you produce on your own, or you collaborate with other people?
Well, the music that we're going to play this evening is off my new project called Frames Per Second. My cousin, Micah Mickles, back in St. Louis, he is a phenomenal artist. He's just great at a lot of things. Production is just one of them.
Okay.
But he's produced about 75% of my new project. So that's what you're going to hear today. But me personally, I do produce too. I wouldn't say enough to call myself a full-time producer, but I got a little machine, I got a little drum pad where I tap out and I do stuff, you know. But writing music, that's one of my strong suits. That's what I've been doing ever since I can remember. I consider myself a great writer.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely what I specialize in. I write all my music. I really give it time to focus on what I'm gonna say, you know, over the beat, over the record. That's really important to me. I take a lot of time with my craft. I mean, this project was supposed to come out a year ago, but it hasn't because
COVID.
That too, and you're right. That just totally said, "Oh, you want a marketing campaign?" COVID said, "Hold my beer." You want to put out some new shit? Think of hold my beer.
Talk about some hold my beer. Okay, now that's a new saying right there.
True story. Yeah. But yeah, Frames Per Second. I've been working on that for a while, so it could have come out, but I take my time with it. So yes.
Yeah.
I write my music and I do produce a little bit too. Yeah. To answer your question.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited to hear some of the music that you have with us today.
Okay.
But with that, who are some of your, I know you share some of the music that you grew up on, that your mom used to play, but who are some of your favorite artists?
Well, that's actually like a tough question, and I don't get asked that question very often, but I've always had a big respect for Common Sense.
Okay.
I felt like his energy as an artist, I really respect and admire. I've seen him, he's one artist who I've seen live and in concert the most too. I've seen him like 5 times. That's a lot for me to see like an artist.
Okay.
You know, but he can freestyle like about anything off the top at any moment. That is something that I really respect as a lyricist. I really, really love Black Thought. Black Thought is cold. That's one of my favorite lyricists. You know, we right here in Chicago. I said Common, but Lupe Fiasco, he like inspires me like to be creative with my lyrics. I forgot to say that I did grow up on a lot of Marvin Gaye. I really like Marvin Gaye. His album, What's Going On, is amazing. My mother, a few years ago, told me, she was like, son, when you get some time, just go back and listen to that album. And that'll really put you in a mind state of what's going on today. Like, that album is timeless.
Yeah. See, now it makes me want to go back and just listen to it. But not just that.
Everybody should listen to that album. If you haven't, just listen to it. Just for all of the words, the feeling, it's music that stands the test of time forever. Mm. Yeah.
You sound like Sammy Davis Jr.
No doubt.
It's very distinct.
Wonderful, man. But yeah, Black Thought, Lupe Fiasco, Common Sense, it inspires me. Wu-Tang Clan, I'm definitely a big fan of them. They inspire me a lot. just the whole collective, because just seeing black men who have, you know, personal issues still be able to be solid and be able to, you know, link up together and still make great bodies of work, that's phenomenal. So, yeah.
So I gotta ask, you know, with this whole music thing, you know, the music world, like you said, you grew up listening to music your whole life. You were pretty much, you know, raised by music. Like me, I love music. It's how I communicate sometimes.
Yeah.
It's how I communicate with myself sometimes. You know, how I relax and how I turn up, how we have a good time. At what age did you decide that you wanted to take like this music kind of serious when you realized that you had a gift with words? Because to call yourself, you know,
artist.
An artist, and then come up with the name that you came up with for yourself. So it's kind of like a two-part question.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, it
I
really
always do
started.
two-part questions. I gotta.
That's good though. It gives me something to think on, something to expand on.
Yeah,
I'm always two-part question. I don't know what's okay.
Were you about to say something?
No, I was just gonna wait for the answer.
Yeah.
Waiting for the answer.
Well, it really began in high school for me when I started playing around with freestyling. You know, I had some friends like in my neighborhood that were really good at it, and I was just like, how do you do that? How do you keep that rhyme going? How do you talk about, you know, macaroni and cheese and greens and put it on all plates of things and make it, you know, like all
make it flow.
Because that's what we were rapping about back in the day. We just rapping about food. We were rapping about just stupid shit, you know. And I just thought that was cool, like in itself, and I just was motivated to want to do that. But you know, fast forward, you know, playing around with it, being in more ciphers and circles. It was something that I was like, all right, well, let me write something. Let me see if I could like record something and see how it sounds. Let me just see what the playback is. And if it don't sound good, then I will never do this again.
Right. Oh,
if it's something that like, okay, nobody else rocks with, you know, then I just hide it. It'd just be something that's always there.
That you did, yeah.
But I did it, and after I recorded it, fast forward to 2010, that was when I put my first project out. That was when I called myself Lavelle Spitz. I came up with the album cover. It was an L and an S. The S is like an arch with the L in it. Oh. This is little guy in the middle. That's me.
There's an arch.
Yep, that's my town. And I had my stepdad. He drew the cover and all that. It was very independent produced project. I was getting on the Metro Link at the time. That's our CTA in St. Louis.
Oh,
and I was just like, I was just leaving copies of the CD behind, like just hoping anybody would find it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it.
That's cool.
And, you
that's
know,
old school marketing.
Probably, no, that's pretty dope.
You gotta bless the mic with a freestyle.
Were you from East St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Okay.
Why do you say the no like
Missouri.
Because East St. Louis is like on the cusp of Illinois.
East St. Louis is the ill side.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
St. Louis is Missouri. 314.
And let me tell you, that's where we...
He feel... Are you okay? Look, you okay?
I'm fine.
No, that's where we went, and I was just like,
look,
what?
Are you okay?
I'm just telling you.
I was like, what the hell is this?
Because it's almost like you disrespecting me from East St. Louis to St. Louis.
You from St. Louis?
No.
East St. Louis?
Oh. East St. Louis, the dirty.
It's dirty as hell. I ain't gonna tell you. That's
St. Louis, the dirty too, but East St. Louis, the dirty.
That's where we had to do that parade. I'm telling you, it was like the slums. I was like nervous.
Yeah.
For real. But no, okay. But no, that's dope, bro. I like, you know, when people can kind of like hone in on their talents at a young age and kind of, you know what I'm saying, realize it's something they want to do and start taking it to the next level. And I like the idea of what you said, you would leave CDs in random places, because that's real cool, actually, because you don't know who's going to pick it up. And you know what? People will pick it up and just take it just for the hell of it, just to see, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Some people are very curious.
Yeah.
You know
and that's
what
I was trying to play on.
If this is good,
I was really trying to play on that, you know. I pressed up
instead of standing out there trying to say, hey, you want a free CD?
I'm going to just leave it.
Take me.
Yeah.
And another thing, too, is I pressed up my own CD. I really wanted like a full CD, like case and everything with a booklet and all that. So I bought all of like the little supplies offline.
Very creative over here.
Press up your CD. It was Memorex. They had them little CD discs you can.
Yeah.
And I made my own label.
I remember.
I printed them out. I pulled the label off.
$1.
I would stick my CD. I did that like about 500 times. I made all of them.
We did too with my group. I didn't stick them on there, but the other group members did. I was somewhere else when they did that. But
I remember making your own CDs and stuff like that.
I came up with I did a lot of the picture graphics and stuff like that. I remember putting dogs with diamonds on, diamond collars on, and you know, like it was some wild.
I was writing my own little booklet that was going in there. Like I had my homegirl who I went to high school with just say, you know, I like your stuff. She just drew like a little cover for it, like that went in the book. Yeah. Ink was so expensive. I was stealing it from fucking Micro Center just so I could print all of that. I just told her myself.
That's okay.
But like, we said keep it real as fuck. I was getting all of that ink because I needed to print my booklets, man. I'm telling you, like I was really about doing it myself. That's how I got into this whole thing. Yeah. I'm doing it myself now. I'm actually working on a music video that I'm about to put out later this week. I'm still editing it.
Okay, well we are excited about that. We're also excited about hearing some of your music, but before we get to play some of your music, we're having a great conversation, getting to know who you are as a person, representing St. Louis, you know, getting us in order, letting us know that this is St. Louis, not East St. Louis. It's a whole totally difference.
And Nelly ain't the only great thing that's coming or that's came out of St. Louis.
Okay.
Right. Shout out to F.P.A. Shout out to Rockwell Knuckles. Shout out to Nato Khalif. Shout out to the Domino Effect. Shout out to Bo Dean. Shout out to T-Dub-O.
Who's shout all these people?
That's all it say. That's more in St. Louis right there. Ooh. Hold on. You heard?
Wait. Now you said.
Shout out to Drea Vocals. Oh man. Shout out to Teresa Payne.
So we gotta get the music sent over to here so we can get streaming it.
Yeah,
I'm serious. We got a lot of heavy hitters. We got a lot of heavy hitters out of St. Louis. No joke.
Okay, we
gotta get in tune with the St. Louis artists.
Because you just named like 30 people.
For real.
Yes, because it's more than just Nelly and Murphy Lee, y'all.
Who did I live?
See, this where y'all need to be. This shit y'all don't believe. Ain't shit out here for free. Cash still rules everything. Got me spinning degrees. Got me rolling the trees. It's fucked up, y'all agree. The table ran out of seats. Gotta stand on your feet if you want to eat. Capiche? Y'all still trying to hide the missing links. Forget the internet, gon' let it